I love this green for Halloween, but it's definitely not the vibe for autumn. We're going to be removing this color so we can dye it. I've already went ahead and done a couple test strands just to see how the color will lift in different ways. For this strand, I did regular bleach and it turned blue, which I kind of expected because I had blue underneath of everything. Blue was the first layer, and then I put green over that, and then I put yellow over that. So the bleach got rid of everything except that bottom blue layer. The bleach bath strand, it went straight through the yellow, halfway through the green, but it didn't touch the blue layer. So my plan for today is I'm going to be using regular bleach on all of my ends, then going back with a second round. But on that second round, I'll do a bleach bath to try and get rid of this blue. And hopefully that'll give me a good enough canvas. Let's mix this bleach up. For my bleach mixture, I'm using Ion Charcoal Powder Lightener, 20 volume cream developer, and these little Ion Absolute Perfection boosters, they're supposed to help strengthen, smooth, and restore moisture. I just think they're so convenient because they just get mixed directly into the bleach. Apparently you're supposed to up your developer one level. So for example, if you're using 30 volume, it's going to act as a 20 volume, and a 20 volume will act as a 10 volume. My guess as to why they recommend this is because it dilutes the developer, but I'm no hairdresser, so there could be a different reason for it. And for my bleach, I like to mix it at a 1:2 ratio. So I'm doing 2 ounces of lightener and 4 ounces of developer. That totals to 6 ounces of bleach. And for these boosters, it says you're supposed to use 1 vial for every 2 ounces of bleach mixture. So in a perfect world, I would use 3 vials for 6 ounces, but I only bought 2 vials and it's 11:30 at night, so I'm just going to use what I got. It's still better than nothing. And I'm just going to mix this up until it's nice and creamy. I put my hair into 3 different sections, that way I can keep track of how long each section processes for and make sure that they all process for the same amount of time. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up because this section will finish first. So I'm going to have to rinse that out first. And what do you guys think about my background? All of these leaves were handpicked from my backyard. I just thought they looked so cool and beautiful. You can probably guess what my favorite season is. Now let's finally get to bleaching. In case you haven't noticed by now, my microphone decided to stop working for the first 3/4 of this video, so I had no audio at all. I did my best to voice this over, but I'm not the best lip reader in the world, so you might have seen some flaws where my lips didn't match up. I really tried, you guys. I'm sorry. You can imagine how much fun I had editing this one. I have 3 separate timers, all 20 minutes. After I finish one section, I'll set a timer, that way I know exactly how long it's on there. The last time I bleached my roots was May 8th. That's almost 5 months of regrowth. I know I eventually have to bleach them, but I'm putting it off because I know with how long they've grown out, by this point, I'm going to have to do the midsection first, and then the root where the heat from my scalp hits. That way I don't end up with hot roots. I just feel like doing all that tonight is not a good option because I already have too much to bleach and I want to focus mainly on these ends. The bleaching process is pretty much always the same, making sure everything is saturated, taking small sections, and as you can see this time, I'm not touching those roots. I'm just going to fast forward through this, that way you guys don't get bored. Don't you wish bleaching was that quick? I'm going to let this process for the rest of the time and then I'll rinse it out. Looking back at it now, I probably should have just done a bleach bath and maybe 2 bleach baths. That way it was easier on my hair. But I didn't, and we're here now. I hit it with the Redken Extreme Bleach Recovery line in the shampoo, and then the micellar water. And before I do the leave-in treatment and let my hair dry, I'm gonna hit it with the Intrabond conditioning mask. And I'm gonna focus on the ends because that's where the damage is. My hair has definitely been a lot more damaged than this, but I still did lose more than I would like to. I'm gonna leave this in for probably about an hour and get my grub on while we're waiting because my tummy is talking. I knew very well going into this that I wasn't gonna get the blue out of my hair. The main goal here was just to get the green out, but I definitely should have taken it off probably about after 10 or 15 minutes instead of putting it on for the full 20 minutes. So next week I'm gonna be putting fall colors in my hair, and I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet with this, but we'll find out in next week's video. So if that sounds interesting, click here, and if that's not up yet, click here to watch one of my previous videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to keep your heads up and have a great day or night.